Hey YouTube, this is the art of prepping. A quick prepping, a quick tip for preppers. So we have a lot of different types of devices and gear and that we keep in our pack, and the bandana is something that really is underrated, just as the Shemagh. And this is a newer one that I just got. This is a Condor brand. There's all kinds of different brands and different quality levels. I would consider this kind of more on the, a mid-quality type of Shemagh. I got this off of Amazon for roughly around $8. And this is an olive drab and black. And you can see I'll open up part of this. And just a bit more useful, though, than a bandana just because of the size. And I think it's something like 44 by 44 inches, something like that. Maybe it's 42, I don't remember, but it's definitely a pretty decent size. So as you can see here, it's a pretty big piece of cloth. And so what can you do with this? There's a lot of things you can do with a Shemagh. And it goes in many different directions. This isn't going to be an all-inclusive list by any means. This is just a chat. And so you can definitely use this as a head wrap. That's typically what people think of the first thing as a Shemagh. You can definitely do it for over the face, over the head, on the top of the head. It could just be around the neck, and as more like a scarf. Or some type of maybe just like a debris or dust type of filter to make it a little easier to breathe. That could be also in use. Of course, you can also use this as char cloth, since this one right here happens to be 100% cotton. Sometimes they have different polyester blends. I have actually seen these actually in polyester and nylon. So there's a whole range of Shemaghs, just like there's bandanas come in different materials. But in terms of the Shemagh, though, you can definitely put this in terms of in little strips, or you can cut out squares and make char cloth, especially with this cotton kind. And you could also make strips to make bandage holders. And or you could use this whole thing here and just wrap it around your upper body and use it as a sling for an arm if you hurt your arm or maybe broke your arm. So that's another idea. It could be a makeshift filter for water filter, like a pre-filter. And of course, you can go on and on. I mean, it could be a makeshift bag to put your gear in, especially if your main pack was compromised for some reason. A foraging container. I mean, it's pretty amazing. You can even tie this at maybe one of these, or cut this in half. It's probably a little easier if you had a bandana with this particular use, but tie a piece of the cloth on your ankles, and one on each side if you can, and walk through the morning dew to collect moisture and water that way, so you could wring it out and have something to maybe boil, and so that you can have some water for cooking or hygiene or whatnot. So these are just some ideas. Of course, there's so many different kinds. This one from Condor, though, is pretty soft. It really is. It's not too bad. I have some other ones that are cheaper, and they're kind of stiff, and they're not so good. But the one from Condor, I'd recommend this one. There's definitely more expensive kinds, and I'm not so sure if it's going to be that much better in terms of quality. I'd say it probably could be, but in terms of softness, this is pretty soft. So I just wanted to bring this up. Shemaghs and bandanas, very useful as part of your prepping regime, not only for in your home, but especially when you're out and about, as part of your loadout bag and your get home bag. And I think very much in particular, more of a survival bag, especially a 72-hour kit. These come in very handy. They're very lightweight. They only weigh a couple ounces. And it's just, I mean, they can do a lot. They can do a lot. And so never underestimate a piece of cloth, if you will, because it has so many implications, everything from first aid to camouflage to just general well-being, even if it's just protection from the sun, or to help retain your moisture or protect you against excessive heat. And so it's kind of a do-all type of deal here. So you can even douse this in water and use it as a neck kind of cooling rag, if you will, or a neck wrap. So you guys take care, and I'll talk to you soon.